If you notice these 5 signs your struggle are about to end, they say that the night is darkest before the dawn. But only those who have walked through the storm understand this truth. Struggle is not a curse. It is the forge in which we are shaped. Yet there are moments when the fire begins to fade, when the chain begins to loosen. If you see this sign, know that your trials are close to ending. Not because the world has grown kinder, but because you have grown stronger when you stop needing pity in the early days of pain. We crave sympathy. We want someone to see our wounds, to acknowledge our suffering, but a silent shift happens when we no longer seek the audience applause for our endurance. We no longer need the comfort of poor you. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Don't waste the rest of our time here worrying about what others think of you. It will keep you from doing anything useful." When we stop measuring our worth through the eyes of others, we begin to measure it by the strength of our own soul. That is when the struggle lost its power over you, because you are no longer fighting for validation, but for victory within yourself. You stop asking why me and start asking what now. The weak man sees hardship as punishment. The strong man sees it as training. The moment you stop cursing the storm, I am start negatively, it you have already taken the first step towards the shore. Epictetus reminder us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matter. The way keeps you chained to the past. The what now force you to act in the present. And the present is where every chain is broken when you adopt this my mindset. Your struggle and is not a distant dream. It's already begin, because the power it once had over your mind has been shattered. Get exclusive content and dipper inside. Join your channel and subscribe. The 3 you feel gratitude for the way struggle that once crushed you becomes a turning point in every battle, where you like at the button, the sleepless nights, the betrayal, and you no longer see them as curses, you see them as teacher. Marcus Aurelius wrote, difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. When you can look at the hardship that almost destroy you and say thank you, you have already won, because gratitude is the final proof that the pain no longer owns you. It is a strange transformation. The very weight that once broke your back now becomes the stone up on which you stand taller. The word will still test you, but the test will no longer feel like threat. They will feel like opportunity. And when you reach this state, the end of the struggle is not merely near, it is already behind you, for you no longer fear losing what you cannot control. The chain of suffering or obtained forget from our desperate grip on things we were never meant to hold forever. People, possession, titles comfort the moment you accept fully and without bitterness that these can be taken from you at any time. You step into a realm of unshakable freedom. Epictetus warned, when you are attached to something you want your control, you make yourself a slave. When you no longer tremble at the thought of loss, the enemy has no weapon sharp enough to wound you. The storm's makeup, but they can only take out your soul. No longer clings to this is not cold detachment. It is the highest form of power, because we are nothing outside you. Define your peace. You are struggle lost their grip, and the world lost its power to bend you. That is the sign the end of your suffering is near, when you can stand in the ruins of what you once held dear and still smile.